let's do just a good old-fashioned you and me and makeup. Okay, so my skin is feeling tight right now because I used toner and I didn't put on any moisturizer, so that way I could use the primer as a moisturizer, and she is feeling just tight. So let's fix that, okay? We are going to start with some primer. Okay, my hair had to go all the way back because it is toasty up in here. Let's start with the Professional. Y'all, this has been forgotten about, and it is such a good primer. It is absolutely like, if you want that soft satin look, that blurred finish, that filter finish, this is what you need. This is the Pearl Primer. And it literally, the formula is moisturizing and it gives you that beautiful baby soft skin. Like, so I have nothing on my skin. And obviously when I go in, I'm gonna push in where I feel like I'm the most porous, which is around this area. So I literally like roll it into the pores, if you will. Look at how blurred that looks. It's stunning. It's so smooth. Everything looks so baby soft. This literally just blurs everything. Like, who still uses this? I want to know, because you haven't been telling us about it. We all forgot and you just kept using it instead of saying like, hey, you need to use this product. Well, I'm here to tell you today, okay? I'm very sorry I was slacking. I forgot, and I'm admitting that I forgot. But this stuff is freaking bomb. If you could feel my skin right now, just give it a little swipe. Like, you could probably feel it through the screen. Like, she looks good. She looks good. Now, what I'm doing next and what I have been doing lately that I've been loving for that extra coverage is, look how, I can't with how funny, like I feel like an adult. Like, in my Ziploc baggie, inside my makeup bag, it's because they're small and they get like lost in the makeup bag. And this way, it's all together. Organization. Giorgio Armani The Luminous Still Concealer. I haven't been sleeping on this. If you've been watching me in my vlogs, you know, like, this has made a serious comeback in my life. Okay, miss you. But this is shade 4.75. This is more my shade. Instead of like to brighten, this is actually to conceal. So I've been going with the under eyes, bringing it up, and exact same thing over here. This formula is so lightweight, easy breezy. It doesn't look heavy or get cakey. It's like really similar to the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. The formula is very similar. Lightweight, foolproof even. So why I have both, because obviously this one is much less expensive. It's for personal reasons. Right. Anyway, I've been putting on this concealer first before foundation. Anytime I conceal on one side of my face, I hit the same side just because you think it won't make a difference. Like, you think, well, it's the same shade as my skin, it's not gonna make it will. So just keep it even. Keep it even. Next, as that sits, I'm gonna brighten just a little bit. This is the Dior concealer in the shade OW, and this is obviously very pale light for me, so that's why we go in with just a little bit, like so. Boom. And then, boy, you know what's funny? How we used to do makeup versus now. Those were some rough days, and we really thought we were doing something. Thought we were going out, like, make your makeup look flawless. No, girl, you just look like you have on a lot of makeup. Even this right now, it's like, that's still a good amount of makeup. This is less than we used to use. I can promise you that. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with this Chanel. This is the water, I don't know why I keep wanting to call it water weight foundation, probably because the word aqua is in it. It's the Ultra Light Skin Perfecting Sunscreen Makeup, and this is another thing that I have been sleeping on. I forgot about it. Yes, she's pricey, obviously, but she is beautiful. She really is. We've got that fabulous primer to give us a good base, and then we've got this gorgeous lightweight foundation. Like, what? She look Now she does oxidize a little bit when she hits the air, but so like I could definitely go to Ulta and get a shade or 2, maybe even 3 lighter for my winter shade. I actually need a self tan. Well, that's a different video. But she oxidizes. But once you blend out, so like that's all the foundation that I use, these 2 stripes for the rest of my face. I certainly blend out the foundation first, and I do that because I use the same brush, which you could absolutely use different brushes if you want. A concealer brush, a beauty blender, you can totally use different applicating tools, but I just like to use the same brush because it's already got my colors on it, my mixtures on it. Then if I put on too much brightening concealer, I can use this brush which has the foundation already on it, and it can tone down everything, and it just makes that transition more seamless, more flawless, more your skin but better type situation. Right, so once I have the base of like cheeks, jaw, under the chin, like the main parts of my face, I guess you would say, hairline. Once I have all that done with the brush, that's when I go in with the same brush and start pressing and spreading out just like this. I mean, it's so simple. Just, I start pressing out the concealer. Oh, well, honey, who are you and where did you come from? Not invited. No, ma'am. Excuse me. Oh, you want to stay. You do want to stay. I'm so sorry. We're going to have to kick you out. Ooh, stubborn little booger. Okay. I literally go just like so. And, okay, so I really do like this foundation brush. Obviously, you've seen it in so many videos. But I cleaned it, and I don't know if it's like maybe I pulled too, I don't know what happened. But now there's so many... I can try and get it focused. How good is this camera? There's so many hairs, especially on the parameter of the brush, that are sticking up and they're loose. So this is the IT brush, the foundation one, the airbrush, and it's a beautiful brush until it starts falling apart. I do have the same brand foundation brush on the way, but as for now, I have to watch out for brush hairs. But I have had her for a long time. I'm not saying don't get this brush at all. I have had her. She has made me look flawless on many occasions. It's true. Thank you. Thank you, IT brushes. And we brighten in the center of the face. There are a few trends in makeup that have stuck. So I can go back through my videos where I recreate trends or, you know, do a tutorial on a trend. For one, it doesn't necessarily mean that I loved the trend. That's just me being honest. Like, I did it. It was a cute little moment, but is that my new routine? No. For two, I forgot the second part. Yeah, doesn't necessarily mean that I loved it. Oop, Mark's home. But the few that I actually did love, I still do. And brightening wasn't really a trend. Like, obviously it's a way to create dimension and depth in your face. But that chin highlight though, that stuck with me. And you know it. That has stuck with me. One that I've forgotten, didn't forget about, but I just haven't done, underpainting. That was a good one. That was a really good one. I should do that again soon. Now look at our skin. She looks smooth. She looks flawless. We need to set the under eyes. It's an everyday look, so I'm not going to go for any more coverage. Like, you can still see a little bit of purple shining through, but I'm going to keep that there just because this is everyday, whatever. But yeah, let's get some setting powder. Set this. Okay, so to set, obviously I'm going in with the Givenchy Prism Libre. This is going to be, this is the number 3. So it's got pink undertones. It's a little bit brighter than the other one, which would be the number 4. I really go in between the two. It just depends on what I'm feeling, how bright I feel that concealer made my under eyes. Today I'm gonna go in with this one because I just want a little bit more pizzazz, flawlessness under the eyes. I need a little more brightening. So I just take the puff. See how bright and like soft baby pink this product is? I mean, she's a gorgeous color. And I very carefully look up so I can stretch out my under eye area. And I just tap right along that lower lash line into the creases like so. Same thing with the other side. You don't have to have a magnified mirror to do this, obviously, but it does help because you can get like really, you can see really close in all the little crevices. Some people also like to set around their nose, smile lines. I mean, you can do whatever. I don't really crease there. I don't have a bad problem with creasing at all. I mean, I hit my under eyes for brightening, for smoothness, and yes, sometimes it does crease, but I don't have a huge problem with it. Look at that. Boy, I need to self-tan. Huh, whoopsie. Let me just spend about 30 minutes blending here. Make it a little smoother. This is always the part of my routine where I'm like, okay, my face looks so round. It needs some help. So we're going to sculpt it. Today we're going in with the Makeup by Mario. This is the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. It's been a hot minute since I have used this. I know it was like huge whenever it came out because it came out with this bad boy, the Transforming Skin Perfector. This I just used recently in a vlog. I don't mind it. It's not half bad. It's a cute little product. I can see where they were like, this is going to be a hit. I don't think it was as big as they thought it was going to be. Now this, they're not saying it's a bronzer. They're just calling it a soft sculpt. All over warming complexion tint. But not a bronzer. But okay. I'm going to go in with this super dense brush. And let's see what this all over warming complexion tint is about. Placing the pigment first. She's definitely pigmented. That would be definitely a tip that I would give beginners after doing this for so long. Go ahead and put pigment where you want it instead of going into your compact with a whole swirl and then going in on one section of your face. Spread that out. You don't need near as much as you think you do when it comes to makeup. Unless you just want a cake face. Some people do, some people like it, I guess. So I do like how well this blends. I also like how it's really lightweight. See how pretty that is? That's a nice warmth. And when you're in here picking up pigment, it doesn't crumble. It just kind of moves with your brush, which means it's a very thin formula. It's not thick and cakey, which is definitely a plus when it comes to a cream all over warming complexion tint. Not a bronzer. Because you've already done your foundation, your concealer, so if you have a product that goes on top of that that is cakey, it will obviously mess it up. And I like to use this buffing, pressing in motion so I don't disturb what I've already done. Because if you're over here, like, you're obviously moving all your product, not just your bronzer or your all over warming complexion tint. Yes, that's what it is. And if you use the correct tools with the correct product, then you don't have to worry about the motion that you use it it will work with the correct tool. So like this, how dense it is, obviously is going to buff and blend without having to swipe and swirl. And anytime you have a brush like this that's two-toned, say dark at the bottom and light up top, you have two different lengths of bristles in there. So you have longer ones and then you have shorter ones, which helps push everything together as you're pushing into your skin. It definitely helps with the blending. So anytime you see a two-tone brush like this in the store, it's got two different lengths of bristles. You're welcome. Obviously, to sweep off powder, I'm going to use a lighter, fluffier brush. Again, two different lengths of bristles. It's just way less dense as opposed to this one. The tools you use are just as important as the products. You can have the best product in the world, but if you don't apply it correctly, you got the worst product in the world, is what it's going to look like. And you're going to blame the product even though it was you. Happens all the time. We're doing some blush, and I'm going in with the Jaclyn Pink Pop Matte Powder Blush. This is matte, really cute color, super fun, super flirty. I just go in with a blush brush. This is the Bling Brushes F1. Swirl, tap off the excess. Look how pretty this color is. And then what I do, since that's matte, I don't do this every day, but I do it a lot. The Too Faced Moon Crush Out of This World highlighter in the shade Summer Moon. I take the same blush brush. I love this as a blush topper. That's what I'm saying it is. Because I don't wear it as a highlighter. I can't wear it as a highlighter, but it's still so beautiful. So I swirl that in, and then I add some dew and glow to my cheeks. See? See how pretty that is? It's gorgeous. And then when the light hits it, we're glowing, girl. We're glowing. So now let's do some eyes. Super excited because I'm using the Fenty shadow sticks. I have two. I got this one first. This one is the Sip and Sparkle. It's the first one I got and fell in love, so I needed another color. And this one is the Get On Taupe. I think I'm gonna use the Get On Taupe first, but look at this. This one is the Sip and Sparkle. Look at that shine. Look at that light reflective shine. So gorgeous. Oh my goodness. And then this one, the Get On Taupe, is just as gorgeous. I'm gonna use it all over the lid today. So pretty. I mean, that's stunning. So all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep it cute and simple. We're gonna go in with the, that's taupe. How funny. We're gonna go in with the That's Taupe from ColourPop, and I'm just gonna use a crease shade. I'm gonna go in with this here, the Rock Steady. And I'm gonna pick up, this palette's so pigmented, so I just want a light dusting of the color just to create some depth and dimension. Look at what that does to my eyes. Just like it adds so much. It even makes the color like look a little more maybe foresty. That color is a gorgeous crease shade. Oof, so stunning. Now let's go in for the main event. This is the first time using this on my lids, using this shade. I have used the Sip and Sparkle shade. Let's actually start by focusing. Okay, great, thank you. Okay, those two colors together, I knew it. Freaking knew it. Perfect. Perf. They work so well together. Look-wise, like beautiful. I just wanted that small crease shade, or that light crease shade for some added depth. I'm gonna go in the inner corners. Every time I do this, I think of Jaclyn Hill. Every time. That's so pretty. And you see how easy this goes on. Like what? Literally just swiping. So what I do is, after I place it where I want, inner corner, the center and inner part of the lid. And I have hooded eyes, so I do pull it up a little more than normal. So I go above the fold, obviously. After I've placed it where I want it. Okay, look at my eye. Look, I'm sorry. We're gonna add some mascara and oof, so pretty. You can use your finger. I'm gonna use this same brush that I went in for with the crease shadow. And I'm just going to make sure that the line between the crease shade and the shimmer is blended together well. So the Urban Decay crease brush, by the way, I've had this one for years, cleaned it many times, and it's still flawless. Okay, this is ridiculous. Fenty also has the matte ones, and like as well as these work and as beautiful as this payoff is, like I need the matte ones. This, I would have to say, is my favorite product from Fenty. Are you kidding? Gorgeous. Stunning. I was thinking of putting a darker shade on the outers. It's an everyday look. Okay, this is how it gets out of control. I was thinking. Let's stop there. Okay? Now, for mascara, for an everyday look, I have come to realize that I love this one. I do. Have I actually noticed a little bit of transfer? At first I didn't, but now I'm seeing it does transfer to my lids when I wear it all day. If it's like a half day, I don't know what happens, but if I'm like, it's the middle of the day and I'm about to go to dinner or run some errands, I just throw it on real quick, I'm good. But if you start in the morning, by the end of the day, you're gonna have some transfer on your lids, okay? This one is going to be, it dries down and it hardens. So it might flake just a hair, nothing drastic, but it does not transfer. And it is the easiest payout. So you're not gonna spend forever putting on mascara for the length that you want. This is the quickest, fastest, easiest, most efficient for that everyday long lash look. Like I could have already had this on and be good to go if I wasn't talking, but it is what it is. You know me. So that's just quickly brushing through. This is what you get if you just run the brush through really quick like. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more because you know me. The brush on this, like the bristles, do a really good job at separating. So you get each lash. You do have to be careful when you use the when you use this mascara on the lower lash line, just because it is such a big brush, but she's gorge. Like, yes, I am content with my lashes looking like, okay, eyes. Okay, green, I see you today. The eyeshadow, everything is just falling. It's like, oh, it looks good. And you can't tell me it doesn't. Does it not? Yes, it does. This is from House Labs. This is the blush matte. No, the lip crayon in the shade blush matte. Obsessed with these. They're the cutest little hair clips. They're freaking precious. Obsessed. You can get them in all kinds of colors. They're so cute. Anyway, let's go in with this. I like this because of the, for one, the ease of use. You don't have to do like the line. Look at that color. That's really pretty. A beautiful natural color. I still am going to overline because you know me. And when it dries down, it doesn't get all crumbly and stuff. Sometimes I put this on and I feel like it's a little too orange, like today. So I may fix that, but whatever. Okay, so this is better. I just lined it with a little bit of the Melt Perfectionist Lip Pencil in the shade Sepia. It just added a little bit more depth. That was looking a little too orange for me today. Some days I like it. Others, like today, I don't. But that is it for my everyday makeup look. And I really enjoyed like talking to you, giving you tips, tricks, new products, old products, what's good, what's not. It was fun. Let me know what you think of these and like intermixing them with vlogs for the future. Let me know. Let me know. And thank you so much. I will see you in the next video. Bye.